Alright, stream. What's up? We're back with some gameplay content for the first time in a long time. Uh, Today we're playing Pentiment. Pentiment. Uh, I I've been anticipating this game, but also I don't even know what it really is. So I'm hoping it's good. I'm hoping it's good to stream. If it's not, then you can always go to the backup Skyrim. But yeah, don't mind me standing here. I didn't realize it was just gonna display your gamer tag, just big and bold, right here. Um, uh, I feel like stylized might. I don't know. Sometimes I have a hard time reading this type of shit, but it'll look better. Got it. It auto saves. Yeah, I didn't realize it was just gonna have your gamer tag up front right there. But me personally, I haven't changed my gamer tag yet, so someone could dox me off that. Maybe. Hopefully it doesn't appear in the save screen. Or the options menu. Whatever. It should be fine. Move the stone. Press the stone. Maybe I should have played this with a controller. Let me see if I can't connect my controller. I think I have Bluetooth off. Fuck it. Weeble. What am I supposed to do with this? Oh. Get rid of that dude. What am I supposed to be erasing though? The whole page? Let's go. Just like the Romans. Um, alright. I don't know if that's what I was meant to do, but maybe it was. I think I might need to connect my controller though, because that was really hard to move that rock around. Or maybe I should just turn up the sense. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah, I was excited for this game just because it was made by Obsidian, but also it could be shitty. Who knows? I also couldn't find anybody actually playing this game and recording it, so I couldn't like look up gameplay beforehand. Like there was reviews, but there wasn't playthroughs. And the reviews were pretty much just saying you'll like it or you won't. So here to see if I like it. An artist sleeps. Good. It's gonna be a book. Am I gonna have to read everything? An artist's mind. Gotta have voice acting. Never mind. How do I read this shit? Josh Sawyer. Who? The abbot said to me, Andreas, I want you to be distracting the sisters in the library. I'll just read this dude's voice, because he seems like the main character. This is like a visual novel. There ain't no chance I ever finish if I read everybody's lines. Need you to finish this commission by the end of April. Keep your conversations with Brother Piero to a minimum. The guy who made this? I've got no clue. I just know it's made by Obsidian. Jeff Sawyer was a huge part of New Vegas. Hell yeah. Story was like the best part of New Vegas, so hopefully that carries over here. This is probably just making my character's personality, right? Let's be bros with Brother Piero. Is the same Josh Sawyer? Yeah, probably. I don't usually pay attention to opening credits. Which one is Piero? Yeah, I'm assuming it's that dude. Piero is such a source of wisdom and encouragement for you, though. Indeed, but the rule of the Christian contemplative life demands that the brothers not engage in idle chatter. The rule? Jesus Christ. This is so fucking book. I'm gonna have to read all this shit? The Rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia is a book of instructions for monks living together under the guidance of an abbot. Written in the 6th century, the rule provides the principles for living a monastic life. This is fucked up, Obsidian. I haven't been in school for like 5 years. Jesus Christ, what a pack of dullards. Be happy you're only stuck there for a few more months, Andreas. How did you reply to the abbot, Andreas? I apologized and said I'd avoid unnecessary conversations in the future. I replied that the rule was for him, not for me. I'm an artist, not a monk. Just nodded and kept working. Don't usually either. When you see a name you recognize, it sticks out. I feel that. For me, that's usually only like anime credits. If I see a band I recognize or a voice actor. I don't know shit about games. Let's get snarky. Thank Christ for that. His calling is to God, not yours. Or yours is to labor, dear labor, and the illumination that it brings. Maybe I should have used the different text fonts. Jesus Christ. It's the abbot's house, so everyone has to play by his rules, or rather, the rule. Right, the rule. This is gonna suck. I should have researched this game more. Despite the abbot's ire, you must endure. Soon you will have finished both the abbot's work as well as your masterpiece. And then you will return to Nuremberg, where marriage and your new life as a master await you. Nuremberg, pre-imperial city of the Holy Roman Empire, major trade center and city of arts, including printing. Okay. Yes, marriage to someone he has never met. Hardly ideal. Well, the alternative is becoming a philosopher. Oh Jesus, then you should definitely get married. Is she pretty at least? That's what my brother said in his letter, but maybe he's just trying to lift my spirits. The small portrait they sent was lovely, but we artists can be flatterers. Who knows, that's not why I'm doing it anyway. Go middle. Let's go. What's up, Beeswax? How you doing, bro? It is growing late. The wheel of time stops for no man, Andreas. I fear you must leave us. True, your majesty. Will you visit us again soon? Hopefully, but it's out of my control, your majesty. I don't know, your majesty. I can always dream of this place, your majesty. Let's address him with respect. As there are many things, trust in Providence. Robane, please see Andreas safely home. You're alright? That's good. Of course, your majesty. Until next time, Andreas. Until next time, your majesty. They really went for it with this shit. Everything's just like this old-ass storybook. Pay no mind to the other fools, Andreas. I never do. Why are we on a ship piloted by fools, though? At least I would if they'd stop stepping on my feet. Watch where you're going. They're fools, Andreas. No point in trying to teach them anything. I know old John wants you to endure the abbot's shit, but since I take you home, I get the last word. Don't let him run you ragged, boy. I won't. The abbot can't push me around. Just trying to keep order in the abbey. I'm an outsider. We'll be fine. I don't want to cause any trouble. Let's be forceful. Abbot can't do shit. What I like to hear. Fucking fools, bro. Would you please stop? I'm gonna die before I get to land. I give up. Take me home, Grobane. As you wish, Andreas. Good morning, Ursula. Ooh, huh? Okay. You don't know English yet. Time to get up. Chapter 1, The Baron, April 1518. Few more pages back to the Abbey. Just click to interact. Jesus. Time hour 6, another day, another few pages for the Abbot, and hopefully a few for myself. I need to get across town and head up to the Abbey so I can start work at the scriptorium. Okay. Map. That's a lot of map. Where am I? Location should... Oh, I'm in the Gertner farm. People. Brother Piero Verona. Artist of Kiersa Abbey, known for his kindness and helpful nature. Brother Piero is also respected as a master painter specializing in works of extraordinary color. Got it. Armberg and the Rule. I really cleaned this up. There. Where'd my... Why does my cursor keep disappearing? Options? Can I change the fucking... Interact as E, okay. Play this with the mouse and keyboard. Picatrix, Key of Solomon, Heptameron, Prior Frank Prior Frank keeps giving me all the books to read. All these books to read. I thought that was a word, not a name. Let me see who this is. One of those bald head dudes. Got it. Go to bed. Not tired yet. Perhaps after Compline. Fuck is this? Monastic hour corresponding to 8 p.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Monks and nuns retire to their dormitories shortly afterward. I see. In the guest room. Jesus, why is this tearing so bad? Why is this tearing so poorly? Do I just turn it off full screen? Play it like this. Where is the game? Are you still tearing? No, okay. That's fine. You're doing Ursula. Still a baby, I see. Clara. What's up, Clara? Good morning, Andreas. Did you sleep well? Quite well, actually, thank you. Ordinary as far as sleeping goes. Not well, but there's nothing to be done about it now. Let's be kind to our fucking house guests. I'm so glad to hear it. Anyway, I know you'll be off to the Abbey, so I packed you some food. Almonds, cheese, and some of the rye you like from the Albans. Otto wanted me to ask you to join him for dinner at the Abbey. Okay, who is Otto? Otto stopped by? Long hair dude? Yes, around dawn. He left a letter. Okay. Here you are, Andreas. It's too kind of you, Clara. Many thanks. Master Andreas, if it wouldn't be too much trouble, could we... Would it be too much trouble if you... Apid paid next month's rent today? And if we raised it by 2 groschen? I hate to ask, but we're behind on our taxes to the Abbey, 2 months behind. Peter's losing his hair over it, even more than usual, I mean. Of course, it's no problem at all. Besides, we wouldn't want Peter to lose any more of his precious hair. Suppose that's not out of the question. Yes, I think I can manage that. I can't promise anything. I'll see what I can do. But wait, were these taxes unexpected? There's a new option. I'll take the new option. Not sure how to respond to this. Rent wasn't due until the beginning of May. Be generous, Andreas. You can spare the money and it will ease their burden. You must take the consequences of inaction into account. What is this shit? Don't they pay taxes every year? Why is this falling upon you to fix? Fuck. This is a dilemma. I'm assuming these are the 3 personalities. Fuck, I want to give them the money since my character's just a rich asshole. But they also... Nah. On the other hand, she might... Bin? Why does it keep doing that? She might think she can keep asking me for advances on rent. I don't think she'd do that. Maybe? trying to set me up that they're like gypping me, but I don't fucking know. Because if they're not, then I'm just an asshole, but if they are, then I'm a gullible shithead. What do I do? Suppose that's not out of the question. If I do just know, if I do this, then it leaves me open to both options, but I don't think either party's happy at that point. Guess I ask more questions. Peter says our taxes didn't go up for years, but ever since we've been married, it's just gone up and up, so Peter's the asshole. It used to be that if we didn't have the money, we could make payment in kind with some of our crops. The abbot stopped that last year. Now if we don't get a good price from the miller, it's hard to give the abbey its share. Now it's not your problem, Andreas, and Peter is too proud to ask you himself. Why does my fucking cursor keep going away? Can you find it in your heart to help us out? Man. Now I'm pretty sure they aren't lying. Actually, I think Peter's lying. But now it's just an agree or agree. I'll agree heavy. Well, God bless you, Andreas, and may Saint Luke watch over you today. Speaking of Saint Luke, how is your masterpiece coming along? It's been 2 months now, hasn't it? Slowly, I'm afraid. Most of my days are spent doing work for the Abbey. Only during the divine office that prior for rank allows me to work on my masterpiece. A reasonable restriction, but slow going. The city council doesn't require it to become a master, making it mostly to show clients and for my own sake. And yes, when I do finish, I will go to Nuremberg. Go back to Nuremberg, where I will marry and open a workshop of my own. I was about to say, that's not how you use Basque, bro. From Nuremberg to a university and now traveling the world as an artist. What a life you have ahead of you, Master Andreas. Yes, I suppose it does feel like I'm starting a new chapter in my life after... few missteps, some wandering, a little too much fun. A little too much fun. Must be rather frightening starting all over again. I owe it to my family to make something of my life. It is, but I know now this is what I want to do. This will be remembered. Not many people get to decide that. Certainly, not anyone in Tassing. Tassing? Anyway, I don't know anything about art, but I've seen you sketching such beautiful things in your little book. Your masterpiece must be wonderful. It is. It's my finest work. It's getting there. Well, it's hard to say until it's done. Be confident. Good, it makes me glad to see some confidence in the men around here sometimes. I have to get back to my own work. Have a good day at the Abbey, Andreas. And we'll see you after Vespers for supper. Is there a fucking analyze button? Margins? Tab. Vespers, monastic hour at dusk. One of the major prayer hours, it is followed by supper. Not tonight, but thank you. Klaus Strucker invited me over for supper. Like a farmer? Of course, please say hello to the Druckers for us. Of course. Until later, Kiara. Eva. Hello, Andreas. What, to Gertner Farm? Ursula is still unable to speak. Go. Okay, only left her, right? Can't speak to Big Dude. Can. Big York. Morning, Andreas. Morning, Big York. How's it going? You working today? Just taking a rest for a bit. Dad's still in the field. He hit a big rock with the plow and it took me Lord knows how long to pull it out. You off to the Abbey? Every day but Sunday. Else would I be going? Every day but Sunday. Right, thank God for Sundays. Smells like a storm's coming, no? Huh? It smells like fresh alpine air to me. You've been traveling too much. Where was it you spent your Wanderyar? Before you came to Tassin? Wanderyar, wandering years, during which a journeyman artist or craftsman travels far and wide to improve their skills. Cool. Good background that will affect your character's choices going forward. Press and hold to confirm your choice. Fuck. Basil. Andreas knows some Italian and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Basel by assuming it's Basel, not Basel. From Basel and nearby Bern, Zurich, and Freiburg. Flanders. Andreas knows some Dutch and French and can reference cultural touchstones from Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent, Italy. Andreas knows Italian, a little Greek, and can reference cultural touchstones from Florence, Venice, and Milan. Italian and French, Dutch and French, or Italian and Greek. Oh, a little Greek. Damn. Where are you from, Andreas? Flanders? Flanders is kind of funny, and it's got a lion. Italy is kind of cool. I'm gonna flip a coin. Heads Flanders, tails Italy. So Switzerland, Belgium, or Italy. Alright. Heads we go Flanders, tails we go Italy. Fuck. Alright, it's heads. We're going Flanders. Antwerp, Bruges, and Ghent. All the great art cities of Flanders. Where's that? North and west, down by the sea. There's your problem. The sea air has confused your sense of smell. Spend enough time in these mountains and you'll be able to smell a storm coming. How long will that take? 10, 15 years? I don't think I have that long, Big Jorg. What do you spend all that time in Flanders doing anyways? Other than art, I mean. Fuck. Hedonist is like instantly calling out to me. Andreas seeks out pleasure wherever he goes. He is extremely social and quite experienced in all of the enjoyable vices of the world. Craftsman. Andreas lives to work and dedicates all of his time to his art. Bookworm. Andreas spends all of his non-working free time finding and reading as many books as he possibly can. Rapscallion. Andreas has a penchant for getting involved in petty schemes, pranks, minor crimes, and fistfights. Businessman. Andreas devotes much of his time to self-promotion, optimizing business expenses, making investments, and balancing his books. Businessman could also be good and very appropriate for Flanders. Makes you annoying too, that's fun. Damn. I wish I could access the lore book right now. Honestly, Rapscallion too, but I'm kind of not RPing an asshole right now, so maybe next lifetime. I feel like Hedonist could too. Maybe I could get drunk with the Pope. We are in olden times. But businessman might open up some monetary options. I don't think craftsman or bookworm are ever getting picked. But I do like stealing stuff. Yeah. Um, Flip another coin. Um, Heads we go hedonist. Tails we go businessman, because I think Rapscallion's just too mean. But tails, we're going businessman. Yeah, hedonist would be fun. I'm sure. But I'm sure you can also just get drunk. No matter what. Learning how to run a business, the art will come with time. But how to manage finances, deal with clients. I have to secure my place in the world when I become a master. That's going to come from coin. One of those GFX bots. Nah. I'm gonna become a banker. A crypto banker. You're a smart man, Andreas. Wish I could say anyone in my family knew anything about business. Most years we barely have enough to get by. Peasant's lot, I suppose. Anyway, I have to get going. Georg, let's go. Dad's already acting like I'm taking too long, even though I did all the work to get that rock out. See you later, Andreas. Until later. I'll get York to invest in my shitcoin. Just you watch. Shift, walk toggle. See? Yo, Peter. God bless you, Andreas. Oh yes, Andreas. This weather's been awful. This town's gone to shit since my days. These characters do kind of look like NFTs. I don't think the townsfolk can do much about the weather. Things going different when you were young? Implore the old man. Yeah, I'll make my crypto empire as different as beer and piss. The old abbot didn't bother us much about our customs. He didn't mind if we left a little offering to Perchta. Keep the skies clear, the weather fair. Perchta, pagan goddess of the Alps associated with animals and spinning wool. She is still invoked by some Christians in Austria, Switzerland, Bavaria, and Swabia. Matthias knew that Christ was in our hearts, even if the White Lady's name was on our lips. The church banned all observances of pagan gods, ill Peter. What sort of old customs? I thought Saint Moritz protected Tassing. Had to get used to reading again. You think that spirits have been fouling the weather since no one follows their customs anymore? Ask him what old customs. The kind that scare way Away, witches, and keep spirits from calling storm clouds over our farms. The saints weren't the first to watch over tassing. My father knew that. Old Reneg Kemper knew that. Reneg Kemper, the late husband of Atelia? That bastard abbot may not like it, but some of us keep the traditions alive. Like the old widow Atelia. I won't mention that at the abbey. What do these traditions entail? I'm gonna become a pagan. When you get up in the night to take a piss, go around the right side of the house and never go back the same way. That way, the witches don't steal your soul. How interesting. I should go. Alright. God bless you. Bill Peter's definitely getting executed. Andreas. Hey Andreas, you say hello to the girls today? Eva and Clara? No, I mean the chickens, Peter, James, and John. They like it when you stroke their back or give them a good scratch under their breast. You named your chickens after the apostles? Isn't that blasphemy? I guess when you put it plain like that. But I hear about the apostles every Sunday in Mass. They witnessed Jesus' greatest moments of glory and his darkest trials. And I was thinking, that's how it is with the girls and me. They see everything I deal with around here. Everything I deal with around here. Come on, brain. Pick it up. That makes perfect sense to me, Big Jorg. You have much in common with Christ. Word of advice, don't mention that to anyone else, especially the father. This one's kind of funny, but I don't want to get Big Jorg killed. You know what? Everyone has much in common with Christ. You're making fun, it's fine, I get it. I'll just call them the girls from now on. I don't recall your family eating eggs. What do you do with all of them? Oh, we sell them to the Bowers. Sarah says we need the extra money for taxes. Anyway, I should get back to it. Until later, Andreas. Until then. People can't buy your NFTs if they've been burned for heresy. Yeah, I'm losing like 2 customers off rip. But these are kind of like not gonna buy anything from me anyways. They gotta pay their taxes. Can I get a sword? Hello, Andreas. Andres Schmidt's smithy. It's so much smaller than the one he uses at the Abbey. Am I being blocked by sheep? Bro's making swords for the Pope? You smelly ass sheep? Martine, please, can you give me a hand here? What do you want? I'm keeping an eye on them. That looks a lot like standing there and doing nothing. Making other stuff too, like tools. Yeah, I assume for the commoners he's making tools, but he's definitely making weapons for the crusades up at the Abbey. Martine, for Christ's sake, help your cousin. Morning, Andreas. Excuse us. One of the fence rails fell and the sheep started hopping it. There's something I can do to help? Excuse me, I'll try to stay out of your way. Martine, idiot. You gonna help them? Should I offer to help? Perhaps. Helping others also helps us. It allows us to feel useful and take satisfaction in our work. That idiot Martine should be helping them. Yell at him, give him a good scare. A little late for crusades, you think? The Protestant Reformation has just begun. Not that people at this point know how big a deal that'll be. True. But what else would he need a big forge for? Just making crosses? Steal it, Martine. Mind your own business, asshole. Martine, that's enough. And Andreas, leave the discipline to my mother. Oh look, there's something going on up at this Dane hours place. Growing equipment, maybe. Monks did like doing that. Wouldn't that be more woodworking? I guess you'd need like iron rings for the barrels. Who's that on the horse? Looks rich. I don't know, Martine, but Luck is giving him an earful. Lucky? I haven't seen Lucky that worked up since Peter and Claire's wedding when Johann pulled his pants down. Christ. Oh, Claire's married to Peter. Johann's got a hat. Knocked two of my man's teeth out. You don't want to feel the strength behind a stonemason's anger. Do you think he's a noble? He looks really rich. Damn it, Martine. Stay out of trouble for once. Why does this chick keep putting God in front of all of her sentences? Comes up so late. What, Aunt Betty? Betty? Behave yourself. Don't we have enough to deal with right now? Eddie. Andreas? You wouldn't mind moving your skinny little body up the road. We need to get these sheep under control. Why don't you have a sheepdog? Of course. See you later. Don't work too hard, Martine. Good luck. Help your aunt and your cousin, alright? Now let's clown this dude. That wasn't a compliment, bro. Fuck off. I thought that was clowning him. What? Hey, Andreas. Hello, Andreas. I should have known he would have taken that literally. He doesn't look too bright. Why did I need to walk around? Whatever. Go up to the church and Druckers. I'm being gated by sheep, bro. What the fuck? Don't tell me all of his lines are gonna be like that. Imagine if you come back later and the sheep are even more messed up. You get out on the roofs or turned upside down. I'd blame Martine for that. Should also be getting them down. Morning, Andreas. How's it going? Morning, Klaus. Another day at the Abbey. Another few hours to work on my masterpiece. Thank God. The way this game does text is kind of insane. You can see the parts where the ink didn't get onto some of the letters. See where too much ink got onto some of the letters. Kinda badass. Good to hear. You still coming by for supper tonight? Marie and Bert would love to see you. Okay, so Bert's a kid with a hat. Marie's kinda got Medusa hair. You really need to see these new woodcuts I have for an Italian edition of Till Eulenspiegel. The titular character of a popular 15th century book, Till is a prankster, continually exposing the vices of and hypocrisy of others. He is also quite skilled at tricking people into smelling, touching, or eating his excrement. Bro, the 1500s are wild. Classic medieval stuff, yeah. I didn't realize Father Thomas, let you print books in Italian. Come on, Andreas, he's not that strict. I know he's just trying to protect people from heresy, witch mania, adventure stories of questionable moral repute, your sloppy typesetting. He does have mad sloppy typesetting. Every single one of his lines has been fucked up. I assume heresy. I don't want to be an asshole to this dude. Martine can take it. Sure, why not? Some of things people are publishing these days would make a bishop's head spin. Or an abbot's. Doesn't take much with that one. I know it. But at least I don't have to deal with them much. So, supper tonight after Vespers? Right. Vespers, major prayer, got it, before supper. Of course, thank you. Great, I'll tell Marie and Bert you're coming. See you then. See you later. Can't break in. Klaus, good morning, or morning, Andreas. There he is, Thomas. God bless, Master Mailer. Hope your week is going well. Thank you, Father, it's going quite well. I'm just on my way up the hill to get to work. Thank you, Father, but I'm running late to the Abbey. Can't be an asshole to the Father. Good, good. Andreas, I don't recall seeing you at Sunday morning Mass. You understand how important it is for your salvation that you receive Holy Communion, don't you? Yes, I apologize, Father Thomas. I promise you I'll make it this Sunday. I do, but I've been working on sketches late at night and just stayed up too late on Saturday. I don't want to get into an argument with him about this. Come on. Right, 3 fucking witches in my ear. Would going to church on Sunday be such a burden? Not for his sake, consider it for your own. Man has many duties. Father Thomas should appreciate how hard you work to help the Abbey. This asshole can't make you go to Mass, to hell with him. Since I picked businessman, I feel like the fucking grind set probably the correct choice. But this is just like giving me different perspectives on the situation. Not an actual choice. At least from what I've gathered. Almost everyone in town works hard though. Yeah, I feel it. I don't want to be burned at the fucking stake. I apologize, Father Thomas. You don't have to make a promise to me, but our salvation is contingent on the Richie Rich. Oh my, what a blessed day to receive such an illustrious visitor. Master Mailer, this is Lorenz, Baron of... Is that a K or an R? Rothvogel? Great lord from the countryside near Worms. Prosperous imperial free city in the western part of the empire, located on the Rhine River, Worms has been the site of many imperial diets. Good to see you, Father Thomas. It is nice to be remembered fondly. I only wish all of your neighbors were as welcoming. Well, yes. What brings you back to our little town? My wife and I were returning from a trip to Venice. We spent a few days in Innsbruck. It was terribly dull. Okay, gotta get ready to read. Innsbruck, capital of the Austrian country of Tyrol, and major stop on the Imperial Road connecting Italy and Bavaria. It is the closest major city to Hirsau Abbey and Tassing. Notably, it was also the site of witch trials in 1485. Venice, one of the most powerful republics on the Italian. Fuck. I'm so not used to reading out loud this much. Alright, one more time. Venice, one of the most powerful republics on the Italian peninsula, sitting on the northwest coast of the Adriatic Sea. Venice is a major center of commerce and art in the southern southern Europe. Got through it. I mean, it has a certain charm common to these alpine cities, but the place was crawling with nobles for the emperor's diet. An imperial diet is an assembly of 3 colleges of the imperial estates of the Holy Roman Empire: the prince-electors, the princes and dukes, and representatives of the imperial cities. They meet to deliberate on matters of importance to the empire. I mean, it has a certain charm comment. Right, I read that. The emperor, was he there? Did you see him? Oh, briefly, but he was sitting for a portrait at the time. Quite lovely. I didn't want to bother him for the painter. Maybe I'm fucking dyslexic. Why am I saying maybe? I am. Why did I pick the difficult types? Who was the artist, my lord? Why was the diet assembled, my lord? Say nothing. This text comes out a bit messed up, then fixes itself. Yeah, but I keep adding not letters, I keep adding words. I'm guessing the way he speaks is a bit odd. Yeah, I feel it. Probably a bit of both. Who was the artist, my lord? How was the diet assembled? Like, do I want to talk to this lord? He could be a good investor. See, would he give a shit about who the artist is, or maybe it's more important to understand why the diet was assembled? Or maybe I shouldn't speak to someone of such noble birth. Oh, nothing you need to worry about. Austrian things. Habsburg's things. Boring even for nobles. Habsburg, Austrian House of Habsburg, has ruled the Holy Roman Empire since 1452 AD, when Frederick III was crowned emperor by Pope Nicholas V in Rome. Anyway, my wife wanted to stay a bit longer in Innsbruck, and I decided to ride ahead to make a visit to Curacao. I heard Father Matthias died shortly after my last visit, of course. Did I read this one? Abbot of Curacao before Father Gernot. Widely respected by the monks and nuns, as well as the people of Tassing, known for his kindness and his love of books. Now we got the shitty one. A great loss for the Abbey and for us all. Indeed. By good fortune, I recently came across a copy of the Historia. I'll read it here. Historia Tassiae? Tassiae, I'm assuming. An account of the early history of Tassing. Curacau's previous abbot, Father Matthias, had a copy. Baron Rothvogel bought another. The Abbey as a gift. Recently came across a copy of the Historia Tassiae he was reading during my last visit. Father Matthias was hoping to find a second copy to corroborate the contents of the first. It contains some fascinating details about the history of this place. I'm afraid they might even cause a bit of a scandal. Ah, yes. But I must be off. There will be time enough to discuss Tassing's past later. I commissioned a manuscript from the Abbey through Father Gernot. and I have come to check on its progress. Oh, my lord, if you have come to see your manuscript, you should speak with young Master Mailer here. Not quite a true master yet, I still have to marry and be approved by our city council. It is an honor to meet you, my lord. Guess I shouldn't... I don't know, he was kind of cool when I was being frank earlier. But maybe I should address him with respect. He seems cooler than I thought he would be. But that could also just be a noble playing games. Oh, not quite a true master yet. Andreas is a journeyman artist from Nuremberg. For the next few months, he's also helping in the Abbey scriptorium. Scriptorium, a room for writing, illustrating, and illuminating manuscripts. Though typically associated with monasteries, they have disappeared from almost all abbeys by the 16th century. A Nuremberger artist working in an abbey scriptorium in 1518? We should talk, Andreas. I must know the story. Of course, my lord, it would be an honor. Already late to the abbey, but I suppose it's alright. Surely my lord would find a little entertainment companionship with me. I'm not prostrating myself to this dude. Printing press is taking the scriptorium's job. Yeah, I should probably fight that dude I was talking to earlier. Maybe we'll fight at dinner. Or supper, rather. It's one of these two. Already late to the abbey, but I suppose it's alright. I don't know about this one because I don't want to make him feel like an asshole. Or maybe I'll find out his true colors when he's like, I don't give a shit if you're late. I'm speaking with you. I'm assuming I'm not gonna be late no matter what, so I'm doing this. Wonderful, it's so rare to find someone in the countryside who knows anything about art. Thank you for the introduction, Father Thomas. Come to supper at the Abbey tonight. I'm inviting you to the Abbot's table. Did the Abbot invite me? Oh, don't worry about it, Father. Just show up after Vespers. What is he going to do? Refuse us? Right? Excellent. We will see you then. McClaus, I'm dismounting. Run ahead and take the horses to the Abbey's guest house. I'd like to take my time talking with Master Mailer. I'll meet you there. Once, my lord. The Abbot will understand. But then a journeyman from Nuremberg. Forgive me for saying so, but you seem a little old to not yet be a master. Are you unmarried? No, I'm not married, but in truth I came to my vocation later than my father and brothers. I was in university for a number of years at Erfurt? Erfurt is one of the most populous cities in the empire and is located near its heart. It has been home to a respected university since 1379 and is a center for humanist thought. Lame. Erfurt, wonderful, the same university as Martin Luther. Have you read his works? Tremendous mind. Martin Luther, priest and professor of theology at the University of Wittenberg, controversial for his opinions on the church's sale of indulgences to forgive sin, which were recently published and distributed throughout the empire. That dude's executed. He says things about the church that should have been said years ago. Might get him into trouble, but he's brave. Brilliant man. Wait, you may have even met him. Did you? You must tell me. No, he was a few years ahead of me. Still, his ideas do seem fascinating. His ideas don't hold much interest to me, I'm afraid. Indulge him. I agree wholeheartedly. I simply must meet him if I get the chance. I wonder if the good brothers of the Abbey have heard of him. Perhaps they have even read his list of 95 theses against the church. A list of propositions against the church's practice of selling indulgences for the remission of sin was written in 1517 by Martin Luther. Martin Luther kicked off the Reformation, and he didn't get killed for it. He died of a stroke. Alright, that's good. Sure, if he didn't die of the stroke, though, he would have died of something similar. Under observation of the church. Father Matthias was not above having a lively debate. I hope Father Gernot does not disappoint in that regard. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Well, I guess if the church killed him, then there would probably be riots about it. I don't know. How would that have turned out? Maybe we'll find out in this game. But enough about Luther for now. Tell me about your university studies. Forgive me, Baron, but did you attend university? You seem very well educated. Why are you so interested in my education? Let's flatter him. No. My family is merely wealthy enough to have provided me with all of the books and tutors a child could dream of. First, it was an internal discussion thing, the idea that there'd be a whole break with the Pope would be on very few minds at the time. I see. I love all knowledge, from Aristotle, Cicero to Ficino, Erasmus. This game needs to have pronunciations in this little section here. Jesus Christ. Alright, Cicero. Statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic. He is revered for both his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. Got Aristotle right the first time. I don't know. You say Chipotle like Chipotle, so... Ficino. Marsilio Ficino was a 15th century Italian priest and humanist who was one of the leading figures of the Italian Renaissance. He is well known for his translations of the works of Plato into Latin. Erasmus of Rotterdam, a Dutch priest and philosopher who is preeminent among northern humanists. He is known for his works in Latin and Greek, as well as his calls for reform within the church. Aristotle, Greek philosopher and student of Plato, renowned as a polymath. He wrote on a wide variety of subjects. His work is extensively cited by current scholars, and even more work is attributed to him than he could have ever written. I see. Everyone in between and yet to come. May have misjudged the Baron. It seems he is as well read as any university student. In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another well-educated man. Now then, did you earn your doctorate? In truth, I am simply happy to speak with another Always speaking in a different tone with me. That's kind of sick. Like before he was all fucking putting on the noble front. Now he's just being a homie. No, I didn't. Only a master's degree, but I started working toward a doctorate, but didn't finish. Oh, that's a shame. Well, what was your area of study? Theology. Andreas has a strong understanding of Catholic theology, biblical knowledge, canon law, heresies, and similar subjects. Imperial law. Andreas knows the basics of the fractured systems of laws that govern the various states of the Holy Roman Empire. Medicine. Andreas is familiar with the basics of human biology, medicine, and illness. None of the... Well, I guess Imperial law is like the closest to other background choices. Theology, I've shown like zero care for the church, so I don't think I'm going theology. Medicine, though. Medicine might be cool. You can just like pretend you know what you're doing if you're a doctor in these times. You could like crush a beetle into a wound, and if it cures, you're god. Medicine and Imperial law can both open a lot of doors, yeah. Someone gets ill, or there's some legal dispute you run into. Honestly, I think I have to go Imperial law. Like, medicine is cool, but I can't imagine I'm gonna be encountering anything that I can actually cure on my own. Imagine the main treatment at the time would be bloodletting for a lot of things, yeah. Where am I gonna get some leeches? I think I gotta go Imperial law. Well, I guess you don't need leeches for bloodletting, but leeches are cooler than just fucking cutting a hole in somebody. Sometimes you didn't even need leeches, yeah. Law, I suppose. I thought I could practice in Nuremberg. I never had much interest in the subject, honestly. A bit dull for my tastes. Besides, the Empire is such a mess of jurisdictions, Bavarian law, Rhenish law, Franconian law, nonsense. I'd rather use my money to pay someone who studied the nonsense than learn it myself. That's why I studied it, bro, for the money. If I had any faith, I would have prayed you'd never show your face here again. Curse you, Lorenz Rothvogel. Perchta, pagan goddess of the Alps, associated, right? Perchta's dogs tearing you to pieces would be too kind of fate. These rustic communities display a shocking lack of hospitality, don't you think? What was that about? Or say nothing? I think it would be rude to say nothing right now. What was that about? Who knows? By the time I finish guessing, the old crone will probably be dead. Well, what of your early time in university? Every student must study the trivium and quadrivium, yes? Trivium and quadrivium. The trivium and quadrivium represent the lower and upper divisions of a classic liberal arts university education. Latin, grammar, logic, and rhetoric form the trivium. Arithmetic, geometry, music, and astronomy form the quadrivium. Probably did something that upset her last time he came through. Yeah. Either that or he, like, abandoned them, took their money, some shit. Or he took their land. I'm assuming since they're praying to, like, a nature god, a pagan nature god, he must be building something. Or he shouldn't be. Do you have a favorite subject? Or he might be taking their farms. There's so much shit that could be going on. Why is there so much? I don't even remember what I picked for like the first two options. Why are there so many? How much replay value does this game fucking have? So many choices. How long is this fucking game? People have beaten it. Latinist. Andreas has a strong command of Latin grammar and vocabulary. Can also easily recall sentient antiquae, quoted words of wisdom from the Roman Republic and Empire. Logician. Andreas instinctively thinks through the implications of information as he receives it, is adept at spatial analysis, and can easily perform complicated calculations in his head. Orator. Andreas excelled at rhetoric in university. He is a skilled teacher, persuader, and public speaker. Occultist. Andreas knows a soul-endangering amount of theoretical and practical knowledge on alchemy, astrology, theurgy, necromancy, and various magical rites and ceremonies. Heavens and earth. Andreas knows a great deal about the constellations, heavenly bodies, and their movement. He is also familiar with various plants and animals from study, personal experience. Necromancy. This is... It's like... Orator or logician would make the most sense with businessman. Latinist could also be helpful. Yeah, but I could like summon a succubus. Bring back the dead. This is like set so hard in reality right now that I'm feeling like a cultist will just do fucking nothing. But what if it doesn't? What if it turns into a fucking action RPG if I pick this? Could summon a succubus with the money I make. It's true. And I could just buy the best bloodletting on the market. I think logician, kind of square. Latinist, I think I already know Latin from my background. I think orator is the go-to. I'm gonna have to see what occultist does at some point. Maybe on an off-stream playthrough we'll see if it fucking does anything. I'm assuming it doesn't. But here we go. Dude, it's just a speaker now. The art of persuasion, naturally. Rhetoric. I assume you studied the Greeks and Romans both. Yes, Aristotle and Cicero. Cicero, of course, but also Christian thinkers like Augustine and Thomas Aquinas. Thomas Aquinas, an immensely influential philosopher, theologian, and jurist in the tradition of scholasticism. Aristotle, got that. Augustine. Cicero, better read Cicero. Statesman, scholar, lawyer, and renowned orator of the late Roman Republic, he is revered for both his contributions to Latin literature and his skill at rhetoric. Augustine, Saint Augustine of Hippo, was an early Christian philosopher, theologian, and bishop of Hippo Regius. He is recognized as a doctor of the church and is most known for his works, City of God, and his autobiographic confessions, as well as his development of the doctrine of original sin. See? True, we have less use for republic discourse than senators did in the Roman Republic. What's this beetle in my face? Exactly. The doctors of the church weren't trying to persuade politicians, but to move the mind towards Christian truth. Still, the principles remain the same. Invent your arguments, then arrange, style, and internalize them before delivering them to your audience. Splendid. Though I suppose an artist has little use for rhetoric, especially in a place such as this. Not true. Rhetoric is also an art, and like other forms of art, it should be created for the audience and its purpose. Bro is spitting. It can be practiced as easily in the streets of a rural town as in the Curia of Rome. Rome, though outshone by its northern neighbor Florence, Rome is still the seat of power for the Catholic Church, an impressive center for the arts. Well put. And your other studies, was there anything else you excelled at? Come on. Oh, it's just the same ones. Fuck. I just want to grab this shit. I already got one. Got one canon one. Fuck Logician, I'm going occultist. I'm gonna be fucking burned at the stake for this, but it's worth. I used my access to the university's library to pursue more esoteric interests. Oh? Esoteric how? Mystical texts, books on alchemy, invoking spirits, divination. Purely academic, of course. Of course. I started with Pacino's Corpus Hermeticum, and my interest only deepened from there. Ficino, Marsilio Ficino, was a 15th century Italian priest. I read that compilation of 17 religious and philosophical treatises encompassing the soteriology of Hermes Trismegistus, or thrice great Hermes. Centuries-old texts reflect Egyptian, Greek, and Jewish traditions and ideas that were translated into Latin in the late 15th century by Marsilio Ficino and Ludovico Lazzarelli. Yeah, alchemy. That's alchemy, but what the fuck about necromancy? I already pressed it. Quite interesting, Andreas. I'll make some time to speak with you more on the topic during my stay. Bro is reporting me. I look forward to it, my lord. As you wish, my lord. Please be discreet about it, my lord. I look forward to it. Ah, there's the Abbey. I have good memories of this place and of Father Matthias. I was sad to hear of his passing. How did you come to know him? How did you come to know of Kirsau at all? My family have been patrons of Kirsau for, well, I don't know how many generations. Some years ago, I heard that Kirsau still had a wonderful library and artisans. Professional artists have taken over most manuscript production, so I was shocked to find an active scriptorium here. Okay, have you seen the scriptorium? Well, there's not much left of it these days. 2 old men, a young scribe, and me. So it's as good a place as any to create art. The artists that remain here are quite talented, if a bit old-fashioned. I guess I'm homies with the people I work with, so... Go. Hearsay is more than a bit old-fashioned. Some of my friends think I'm mad for commissioning a manuscript from an abbey in this day and age. But, well, my family have been patrons of Kirsau for generations. It seems wrong to stop now while there's still talent here. I commissioned a manuscript through Father Gurno a year ago. I thought I would stop by and check on its progress. Wait, are you the artist working on it? It's a prayer book with 20 illustrations. I know the work, but no. Do not know the artist. I do know the artist. Well, do know the artist well. The venerable brother Piero. How venerable. He still has his wits and his skills, if that's what concerns you. Brother Piero has an incredible talent with color, and I very much look forward to seeing it. Look, reading through an hour straight. Good thing I brought water, thought ahead. McClouse, tend to the horses and the baggage. I'm heading up to the Abbey. Yes, my lord. My lord. Not my lord. Well, let's not keep the abbot waiting any longer. Fucking nuns. Maybe I can seduce one of the nuns. Maybe that's my end game. Quite unusual for a Benedictine house to have monks and nuns, even if they are separated. Benedictine, founded in the 6th century, the Benedictines are a Christian monastic order that observes vows of obedience, poverty, chastity, and stability under the rule of Saint Benedict of Nursia. The church closed most of them centuries ago. But then, Kirsau is a place out of time in more ways than one. You know Mother Cecilia? She seemed to recognize you. Why are they closed? Ask him. We're homies now. He'll tell me about his past. We are acquainted, yes. Let's leave it at that. Ah, you must be Father Gurno. I'm Lorenz, Baron of... Yes, the Baron of... Jesus Christ. Yes, the Baron of Rothvogel. So wonderful to have you here again. We actually did meet on your last visit. Ah, if you say so. I'm not good with remembering faces. Please forgive me, my lord, but I wasn't expecting you for another few days. Yes, I know, but I wrote ahead. I just couldn't wait to see my manuscript. I'm sure it's no trouble. Yes, I mean no. It's no trouble. Did you want to see it now? Oh, in a moment. I could do with a bit of refreshment, though. May I grab something from the kitchen? Yes, yes, certainly, my lord. I will meet you there. Andreas, I don't know what you were doing with the Baron, but I need you in the scriptorium now. Of course, father, I'm eager to get to work. Why are you taking this out on me? He's not my problem. Is this a bad time to ask advance on my payment for the Book of Hours? Book of Hours, a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form of the prayers for the Divine Office, in addition to other religious texts. Most are relatively plain, but wealthy patrons often commission lavish examples, elaborate illustrations. Not my problem. Shut up. Shit, I should have asked him about an advance for the Gertner's taxes. Maybe I could just convince Brother Matthew to pay me early. Fuck. But I needed money. Let's go seduce a nun. Fuck, maybe I needed to go hedonist to seduce the nun. Fever view. It smells so fresh. This door must lead to the rest of the convent. Not for me. Prioress house. Convent garden. No loot. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you, Mother Cecilia. There's something I can help you with. I noticed that you took the sisters inside when I walked up with the Baron. What concern of it is yours? Said much and saying nothing. Just seemed unusual. And now I will say even less. Good day, Andreas. Fuck. Mumbled. God bless you, Andreas. God bless you. Oh, my apologies until later. Damn it. My dude isn't as smooth with it as I thought. Pet? Pet mouse finger? Huh? You can pet the cat in this game. Herbs? Sister Gertrude dries and stores all of her herbs here. Huh. Sisters certainly keep their garden well tended. Sophie? Bless you, Master Mailer. How are things going in the nun's kitchen? I mean, no offense, Master Mailer, but I cannot speak with men. Ah, my apologies. God bless you. And you as well, sister. Fringe. Ah, the many-petaled cinquefoil? Grows so easily, some consider it a weed. Passing is lucky to have so much wound wart naturally growing. I had to buy it back in Nuremberg. Saying that. What about you, Matilda? God bless you, Master Mailer. Sister Matilda, how are you doing? Mother Cecilia doesn't like us talking to men unless it's necessary to perform our work. Forgive me, sorry to bother you. Thank you, Master Mailer. Damn it. Convent Aquarium. A painting of Hildegard of Bingen, Mother Cecilia's favorite. Hildegard, Saint Hildegard of Bingen. Bingen? Bingen? I'm going Bingen. Saint Hildegard of Bingen was a Benedictine abbess, visionary, mystic, and prolific writer on a variety of subjects, from theology to musical composition to medicine. Celia doesn't even get a description, just a picture. I think that's just so you know who they're talking about. Like they wouldn't want to give away all of the characters' lore right out the gate. Doors to the convent are locked due to outsiders, men at least. Damn it. We're not getting a nun today, fortunately. Going on the shrine. Oh, maybe we do get a nun. Gertrude. God bless you, Master Mailer. How goes your work in the scriptorium? Very well, thank you. Oh, then I guess you wouldn't be interested in the Saffron Agnes... What? The Saffron... That was the name. Saffron Agnes Stengren... Stein... The Saffron Agnes Steiner... Whatever. Received yesterday. Don't need to know last names. Agnes. What? Saffron, really? Where'd you hear that? Sister Matilda saw her at Albans. Maybe you can convince Prior Frank. Get some for your yellows. Kinda hard to read that faded out text. Good to know. How's Mousefanger? He's around here somewhere, hopefully getting to the baby rabbits before Sister Matilda does. Until later, Sister Gertrude. Bless you, Andreas. Maybe I'll see you by the shrine of Saint Tia? One of these days. Saint Satia, one of Tassing's patron saints. Satia was a local pagan who converted to Christianity and miraculously aided Saint Marit's soldiers with food in the dead of winter. He was martyred for her actions. See. Lisbeth. Bless you, Master Mailer. Marguerite. God bless you, Brother Piero. No, wait, it's Master Mailer. Thought you couldn't see, Sister Marguerite. During the day, I can see some colors. How did you know it was me? You and Brother Piero both smell of the pigments you use. But you're taller, and you have another smell to you, like fish or burned almonds. Oh, that's old linseed oil. Popular among the Italians, but Brother Piero doesn't use it. Now let's woo this nun. I'm also much more handsome. Well, I wouldn't know. God has saved me from the temptations of beautiful men. You'll just have to trust me then. Not a chance. Good day, Sister Marguerite. God bless you, Master Mailer. Brother Matthew maintains the shrine along with some of the sisters who paint badges for pilgrims. A reliquary containing the hand of Saint Moritz, which is said to have once held the Holy Lance. The Holy Lance, also called the Spear of Destiny, or the Lance of Longinus. It is the lance that pierced Jesus' side on the cross. Many legends surround the lands, and several places claim to possess it. They stole that shit from Evangelion. What is this? I guess I can't get there right now. Monastery, aquarium. And bro's got pipes. There's so much to do. You're doing, Rudiger. God bless you, Andreas. Has your voice yet recovered from Easter Mass, Rudiger? Oh yes, it was a bit of a strain, but a worthy sacrifice. Well, if the Lord could give us his all on Easter. Exactly. Yeah, have a good day, or have a good day in the scriptorium. Have a good day singing. I guess we're bros. What's going on here? Got a bench. Got chairs. Got a cloister. Pokemon. Why is there so many doors? Oh no. Courtyard and Levatorium. Why is this dude different? He an enemy? Sabat? God give you health, Master Mailer. Brother Sabat, I'm surprised to see you still here. As am I, but I will be leaving soon, returning to Rome. I and my bishop regret that we could not reciprocate Father Rodolph's generosity earlier. He showed much kindness to our priest at the Council of Constance many, many years ago. Council of Constance, meeting of bishops that took place between 1414 and 1418. The Diocese of Constance to end the Papal Schism. It was also notable for the condemnation and capture of Bohemian theologian Jan Hus. Janus? Will you remain in Rome? That is up to my bishop, but I will miss these mountains in any case. You should travel to Ethiopia, Master Mailer, and see the highlands. God has blessed my home with a wondrous beauty. I would love to, someday. I still need to return to Nuremberg and open my workshop. Yes, someday. Till then, if you're ever in Rome, I may still be around. I would like that. By the way, if you have some time in the next few days, it would be nice to share a meal with you and some of the townsfolk. Townsfolk? I am accustomed to strange looks, especially in rural places like these, but I have had kind words with the baker and his wife. Oh yes, the Albans. Ulrich and Gret. Ulrich looks like a fucking villain. I offered to tell a story to the children and their mothers over a meal someday. Gret seemed excited about the idea, but I would be more comfortable if you were there as well. Fuck. I've got dinner with 3 different people if I do this. Supper. Do not eat here with the brothers? Yes, but I am a guest, and am not bound by the rule as they are. Father Gurno kindly allows me to come and go as I need to, and I will make time for you in the next few days. I do not know that what work the abbot has in store for me, but I may be able to spare some time. I'll make time. Thank you, Andreas. I look forward to it. Good, give you health. Fuck, what am I gonna do here? There's too many doors. Church is like a fucking town. Why aren't you singing anymore? What I said, bro. Fuck, there's so much. Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Bro is short. How was the sacristy today, Matthew? The same as yesterday. Does my vocation seem silly to you, Master Mailer? No, I was just being friendly. A little. Give him some lip service. Then go in peace, friend, knowing that the Abbey's treasures are secure for another day. God be with you. One more thing, I have a favor to ask you. Yes, Andreas? Hoping you could give me my pay for the latest manuscript early. This isn't part of the agreement you made with Father Gurno. You'll be paid on the completion of each additional manuscript you illuminate, not before. Only have a few pages left, Brother Matthew. I'll finish them in the next few days anyway. I should make an exception this once. One of these has to be the right choice. One of these gets me my money. I feel like asking him to make an exception would be a mistake. Try to logic it the way out. And I think you can wait a few days to collect your wages. This abbey runs through mutual agreements, not haphazard payments. Breaking such contract would cause undue trouble, not only for Kisao, but for Tassing as well. The matter is pressing, Brother Matthew. For the love of another Christian, I beg you to make an exception. Is that why Father Abbot has increased the taxes on the Gertners? I understand, I won't press you further. The matter is pressing. Very well, do not ask this of me again, Andreas Mailer. There you are. I shall note this with Father Gurno and the Friar Fenric. Frenek. Thank you, Brother Matthew. God bless you, Andreas. Oh, free money. Alright, now that I've got my payment, I can give Clara the rent early. Give it to her directly to make sure she receives it. I'll put it on the table in the evening to surprise them. I'll give it to her directly. I kind of don't trust her husband. Jesus. So it doesn't get stolen or something? Yeah, I don't think the other chick would steal it. I think her husband would. Because I think he might be lying about the taxes. Probably indulging in sin. Okay, I guess I just gotta hash this shit out in sections. At least some of them are empty. Get that's to the church. There's a bot. Fort Rude. Auditorium. Where everyone can wash their ass. Got it. Large garden. In there. Infirmary. Upper Abbey. I see. Why can't I go back here though? Maybe I have to click it? So weird. What's going on in the infirmary? St. Luke, the patron of artists, is also the patron of healers. Christian evangelist and patron saint of artists and physicians, often represented by a winged bull. Florian? How are you going to be a doctor if you couldn't even cure your own eye? Most of these medicines were made by Agnes... Fuck off. Agnes Stainerin. Some help from Sister Gertrude. Come on, up here. Right. Florian, God bless you, Andreas. Brother Florian, how are you? Brothers and sisters are well, so I am well. Thank God. Andreas, have you spoken to Klaus Drucker lately? Yes, quite recently. Why? I believe he may be receiving a medical text from Bologna soon. I'm quite interested in it. One of the largest cities in Italy, Bologna, has been a center of the arts for centuries. It houses a well-known university which was home to both Dante Petrarch, two dudes. Can you read Italian? Ah no, little Italian. My Latin is not as good as I would like. I was hoping Brother Piero could help me with it. He has the time. I'm sure he will make time. He is a patient teacher. That he is. I will see you later, Andreas. Until then. Alright. Guess we know where we need to go when we get battle damaged in the combat section. Dance of Death mural. Father Matthias had it painted a few years before his death. It's beautiful. Dance of Death, an artistic allegory on the constancy of death. Illustrations often feature people from every station of society to communicate that death inevitably claims everyone, from the peasant to the emperor. Damn, did I make that? Oh, same text. Large garden. This is a very large garden. I wonder what recipes the brothers have for peas. Animal pens. Yeah, this church is a city. Stop giving them money. These cucumbers are growing quickly. Or whatever isn't eaten will be pickled. Pickled cucumbers? Fuck. No, I don't want to be here. Go away. The abbot. Oyster. Continue down. Knocking everything out. Monasteries were generally supposed to be whole, self-sustaining communities other than the no reproduction thing. Yeah, I'm seeing that in real time now. Kitchen and cellar. When the brothers eat their meals, this is where the lector reads to them. Back to the large garden. Yeah. No text prompt for the Last Supper. Lucas, cellar, large garden. Good. Is there anybody else? I also want to know why monks just are forced to fuck themselves up like this. What's up with your hair, bro? Hello, Andreas. How goes it in the kitchen? Is brother was Slav working you hard? Not too bad. Brother was Slav is nice to me. It's Father Abbot and Brother Prior? Brother Prior who make things hard. How so? I shouldn't complain. They just like their food a certain way, and I'm not that good at soaking yet. Cooking yet. I'm sure Brother Waslav will teach you well in time. Brother Adok complains about his food too, but he complains to Brother Waslav. See? Adok's got the beard. What does Brother Adok know about food anyway? He's from Cornwall. I don't even know where that is. The land to the west, across the sea, where all they eat is fish. Sounds miserable. That's also what he complains about, the fish. He just likes to complain, I think. Don't lose heart, Brother Lucas. You're still learning. Thanks. See you later, Andreas. Till later. I don't know, I'd be down with eating just fish till I die of mercury poisoning. Beast. Up with Slav. Morning, Andreas. How's living with the Gertners? Great, they're a lovely family. Good, we get along well enough. A room in a peasant home, so I can't expect much. I'm being nice to my foster family. Clara is a good woman. She looks after Big Jorg and Eva like they were her own. Both almost fully grown. True. I suppose it's less they need looking after, more that she cares to. Little Ursula is in good hands. Anyway, if I don't see you around the Abbey later, maybe I'll see you in Tassing tomorrow. Till then. Fuck. I think that's it. I have to find my way to the scriptorium. Eventually. The whole rest of this fucking stream is just gonna be exploring the church. I go to the lower abbey. Do not. I don't want to speak to me. Pet Mirabilis? That's not petting. There it is. See, dog's smart. Dog's still smart. They knew how to do this shit way in the past. God bless you, Andreas. Okay. Can't go up? No uppies? Okay. What else is there in this church? I've been to the refectory. Yes, I have. Just came from there. Matter of fact. Dormitory. Didn't go there. No, I did go here. Fuck. Kitchen and cellar. Cemetery. It's gotta be loot here. The apple trees have only started to bloom. It will be months before they bear fruit. Old Bailey. I think here. I'm guessing this is the old garden. Animal pens. You gotta visit the pens. A monument to the founder of the Abbey. It's fairly recent. The funds were donated by her descendants. Damn, she rich. Large garden. Yeah, this where the sheeps came from, or were those from a different dude? Or I guess they don't need that many sheep. It was probably from a shepherd. Bulkbert. Good day, Andreas. Alright. Never mind. Don't get to pet the animals. Taking a nice stroll through the cemetery. Back to the Old Bailey. Church, dormitory, scriptorium. I don't want to go to the scriptorium yet. I want that to be the last thing I do, just so I can see everything there is here. I have that information for next time. The fuck is this pagan object? What is this? A Volville? Seen these before in astronomy and medical tracks. What's this one for? 2 wheels. Top wheel has Greek letters and holes cut out. Reveal Latin letters underneath. The outer edge of the lower wheel is divided into 4 sections, each bearing an elemental symbol. Greek, Latin, and elemental symbols. It's obvious someone with occult interests fashioned this. A quarter turn of the upper disc aligns a different elemental symbol with the top of the lower disc. And that reveals a different set of letters underneath. I wonder what it's for. A cipher of some sort? I need to investigate this more. This has to be connected to something else around here. Okay, then investigate it more. Okay, gotta find out what to decipher with it. One of these church members is a pagan. Drama. Hero. A goat. Andreas, God bless you. So good to see you. Good morning, Brother Piero. Good to see you as well. I don't like this weather. My bones ache. It means a storm is coming. Big York Gertner says that if you live here 10 or 15 years, you can smell storms coming. Brother Ladok has been here long enough that we can always smell him coming. Do not forget, Brother Guy, fate of the youths who feared the aged prophet of Alicia outside of Bethel. Bro. Speak in easier letters. Are you comparing yourself to a prophet, Brother Adok? I am comparing you to an impudent youth whom the Lord, in his insufferable wisdom, may choose to strike down. Ineffable wisdom, insufferable. Brother Guy, please show more respect to Brother Adok. You're being mean-spirited. Calm yourself, Brother Adok. You're too sensitive to Guy's jokes. Saying nothing. Brother Guy kind of was an asshole for no reason. The guy was kind of just joking the first line. Nah, fuck off, Guy. Stay out of this, Andreas. The old fart can defend himself well enough. I need no defense against the likes of you. God protects his faithful against the iniquitous. Well, everyone seems quite lively. I suppose that means Prior Ferenc is not overseeing us today. The he was here. No, he was here. But then he heard Lorenz Rothvogel had arrived, and he hurried out like a little mouse. Ferenc is so desperate to impress the abbot and nobles like Rothvogel, it's pathetic. He feigned kindness to Father Abbot and our prior only to speak about them like this behind their backs. It's shameful. Oh no. Baron Rothvogel, his manuscript. I just realized that he will want to see his manuscript. How silly of me. Of course that's why he's visiting. Perhaps if you were younger and faster, you wouldn't need to worry so much about patrons' visits. What's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Guy, someday you will stand where Piero is, and the young monk will stand where you are now. Fuck off, Guy. Anyway, what's the problem? The Baron is just one client. He has to wait like anyone else. Andreas, Baron Rothvogel is not like anyone else. He has powerful friends, including Prince Bishop of Freezing. Religious and secular ruler of scattered territories in the Holy Roman Empire, including the lands containing Tassing and Kierson Abbey. Kierso is already out of favor. Father Abbot does not want to have to deal with more attention. Well, if Prior Ferenc isn't here, I'm going to work on my masterpiece until he arrives. Oh, that's right, I need to reference the Indermauer manuscript. Prominent family of the Swiss Confederacy of Austria. Zdena? What do you want, Andreas? A book. The Indermauer manuscript. Hours. Of Hours, a type of illuminated manuscript that contains an abbreviated form. I read that. Never mind. No more reading. Your hair looks messy today. Did you get enough sleep? Let's chat her up. What do you mean? I mean, did you sleep alone? Oh. Why do you want to know? It would be nice to have something to think about during divine reading. Lectio Divina is the thoughtful reading reading of and meditation on scripture. Practice leads to prayer and contemplation. It is a daily part of life in the Benedictine communities. You consider the Lord. You really are a cloud on a sunny day, Andreas. I just get the book all the way upstairs. Can't you get by without it? Sorry, but I really can't. I need to reference it for my work. Really? My feet hurt and the stairs are so steep. I'm just going to ask Illuminata to get it. Sister Illuminata. Andreas needs a book and he's being inappropriate with me. Andreas. Sister Illuminata, I'd like to borrow the Endermauer manuscript, the Book of Hours. I wasn't being inappropriate with her. I didn't think that you were. Sister Dana has a poor attitude toward her vocation, the rule, and, I suppose, 10 Commandments. This is not her vocation, she should not be here. Expect too much from a young woman who's been locked up in an abbey. I imagine it takes some longer than others to accept their new lives here. Luminata, well, I wouldn't expect you to understand our vocation, Andreas. In any case, I overheard you requesting the Endermauer manuscript. Please return it promptly. Damn. When does the combat start? Andreas, I see how your masterpiece is coming. Oh, promptly in blue. I bet if you forget, it'll have consequences. I'm not sure. Maybe I... Fuck. Probably. Yes, the composition is lovely. There's a joyful spirit in your arrangement of the figures. Contrast of colors is also quite nice. Rich and beautiful on their own, but not overpowering the scene. Is that all? You're right, I don't know why. Artists should never feel happy with their art. Something feels wrong. It's an excellent interpretation of someone else's work. What do you mean? It's all my work. Clients want. My son, you're copying the illustration from the Endermauer manuscript almost exactly. So, what's wrong with that? Haven't I improved on it? Aesthetically, yes, it's wonderful, but I feel you have not given much thought to what it represents. It's November. In November, we show peasants leading the pigs into the forest to forage on acorns before the slaughter. Andreas, the peasants here are no longer allowed to forage acorns in the forest. Many great lords and abbots across the empire have forbidden it, even Father Gurno. What difference does it make? This is the way November is painted. But it is not the way November is. Art is illusion, storytelling, but in their most sublime form, these images illuminate a path to truth. It's most important to me that my clients are happy they won't pay me for truth. This masterpiece is a way for me to impress patrons. Can't be concerned with anything else. Guess they're both about money, right? If money were all you truly cared about, there are more profitable professions than that of an artist. Andreas, You know the power of art to move people as well as convey truth. Even something as simple as a book of hours can illuminate a transcendent wisdom. But you need not listen to my opinions. They are just the thoughts of one old monk. There is no place for the monastic scriptoria anymore. In truth, this room is a place out of time. Does that make you sad? Why is that? Ask yourself kept up to this place for so long. You know what? I want to be friends with Piero, so I'll ask about him. I admit, I am still fond of the old styles of lettering and illumination, but even in my youth, I knew it could not last. The creation of books or art is no longer the province of monasteries. So be it. More people will be able to write, more people will be able to read, and in so doing, be brought to truth. Don't you think there's a danger in anyone being able to write? Anyone being able to read anything? I think there will always be a place for artists like you and Brother Adok. This is true. We know the consequences of it now, but I don't care. Shut up, Piero. And Brother Guy? Nah, fuck Brother Guy. It's kind of you to say so, Andreas, but you need not be concerned for me. I have lived a long life, and am happy to have served the Lord. The Lord, the Lord. When he calls for me, I am ready. Oh, got a timeline. Sick. Where's the time gone? It's already Thursday? Thursday? Monastic hour corresponding to 9 a.m. One of the little hours of prayer. Terce precedes Mass and the chapter meeting. I'm assuming it's Terce. Too much talk. I must ask forgiveness for not honoring the rule. Till later, Andreas. Till later. All these pigments. Bro. Come on. What's bro scheming about? He's the pagan? Alright. What's going on in here? Huh? Oh. Talk to Illuminata. Andreas, what was that noise? Sorry, Sister Illuminata, I knocked a bowl of paint to the floor. Then Prior Frank came in, wrote in one of his books, slammed it closed, and left. I was in such a hurry, I don't think he even noticed me. He was slamming books shut? Prior Frank should know better than that. Some of these manuscripts are quite delicate. I'm just gonna nod. His Y book should not be taken out of the library unless it is necessary for divine reading or work in the scriptorium. Are you still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? That reminds me, there are a few more books I've been wanting to borrow. I don't want to be a dickhead to Illuminata. It's Chronica Clara, the Clear Chronicle, History of the Universe from Creation to 1082, written by the Irish monk Marianus Scott Scotus Tarantira. What's up? Been lurking for 20 or so minutes. Bees and I are in here. Why does Twitch only say there's one viewer? I don't know. I'm pretty sure that one viewer is also just me. Still mad at me for borrowing the Chronica Clara? What's up, Sarantira? How are you doing? I'm not gonna be an asshole to Illuminata. Ask her if she's still mad. No, anger is not an appropriate response for a nun. But the fact remains that you tricked me into giving you that book for no valid reason. All good? Think you're doing alright? Yeah, I'm good now. Not valid. And not valid to want to see the work of one of the great Irish scribes? You sound angry. Let's tease her a bit. Should not interpret my disappointment as anger. You should also understand where it is directed. When you're getting the audiobook deal, your voice is pretty cracked. Probably never. Bees could tell you I can't read a script for shit. I keep misreading everything. Is it ultimately my fault? Or it is ultimately my fault, but it is my responsibility to be more vigilant about what books you can take from the library. Yeah, I just gotta read more. And probably change the font, if you'll excuse me. Wait, what's all this fuss about Lorenz with Vogel? Why is Prior Ferenc so nervous? Lorenz? I didn't know you were familiar enough with the man to use his Christian name. Anyway, I haven't dealt with him personally, but the Prior and Father Abbot have. Only know that he's purchased a number of our most valuable manuscripts over the years, and he paid enough to help the Abbey when he needed it. Or when we needed it. Like what? What did he buy? Can't remember, I have my own responsibilities to attend to. How about this, Andreas? If you help me recover some missing books, I'll tell you what I know about the Baron. Um, yeah, I just need to read more. I also should change the font, but, like, the issue is the font looks cooler. I don't think I can even change it anymore. Oh no, easy read fonts. Yeah. Nah, fuck that. The fonts add so much character to this game, I can't do that. I'll help in any way I can. Thank you. It's for the good of the Abbey. Where should I begin? Out there, where you and your cohort have carelessly strewn books around the scriptorium. I'll tell you what books I'm looking for. Find them and return them to me. The first books are 2 volumes of Aenid. Aenid, a poetic epic telling of the legend of Aenus, heroic Trojan who struggles to reconcile his personal desires with his destiny, found Rome. It was written in the 1st century BC, the Roman poet Virgil. Reddish covers, 14 inches by 10 inches, 3 inches thick. Innsbruck inches or Nuremberg inches? I know the ones. They're among Piero's favorites. He keeps them by my desk. If I know them, I'll just say I know them. They are not his to keep. But also, let's check out this pagan writing. Cannot check out the pagan writing. Get the fucking book then. There's a fair amount of wear on these, I hope you don't mind. Those volumes were old even when Piero started to make the copies. How long ago was that? 3 years. The Aenid is not one of my favorite stories, but I understand why it appeals to Piero. Oh, that's kind of cool. Aeneas chose his duty to the gods over his lover, Dido. Dido? Dico? Do you think Aeneas' sense of duty appeals to Piero? We all have our vocations. Brother Piero takes his more seriously than most of the others in this abbey. You clearly take your chosen vocation seriously. Andreas, I didn't have a choice in my vocation. You women do. Well, surely it's not that dire. You're right, of course. Let's consult with my demons. Is it really that bad? Is being a woman that limiting? She's exaggerating, it's fine. How would you know? I don't want to be a asshole to Illuminata. How would I know? True, she knows her life better than I do. You're right, of course. I appreciate that you understand how limited our roles and our choices truly are. Even in stories, we are maidens to be rescued and wed, cruel seducers of men, or wizened crones. Like Dido, we ordinary women are merely tools in the tales of men. We can never be the protagonists of our own stories. No woman is exempt from that. From the empress to a nun, it is our lot. I suppose I understand now why you are not fond of the Aeneid. It's fine poetry for men. Now, the books, if you please. Sick. Thank you. Next, Wretched Garin. Wretched Garin? An Italian chivalric romance written by Andrea Barberino in the early 15th century. The titular character rises from impoverished origins to go on heroic adventures, discover his noble parentage. Originally published as a manuscript, it enjoyed greater success as a printed book. Sounds like a good story. I do not have the size in the ledger, but hopefully the description is enough. I know the one you're talking about. Brother Adoc was reading it. What you got cooking for me, Brother Adoc? Grows on a horse? The beauty of this book truly belies its ridiculous content. Surprised the Abbey owns a copy. We don't. It belongs to Amadea Rusco Lugano. Lugano, highly contested Swiss market town located in the southwestern Alps. The Dukes of Como and Milan fought for control over it until it was claimed by the Swiss Confederation in 1513. It's a Venetian. What the fuck is that? A D or a V? A U? I assume it's a V. Venetian edition that's quite valuable. He loaned it to us 5 years ago. It was subsequently lost, and the abbot received 3 letters about it. I've certainly seen the brothers enjoying it. That book is not appropriate reading for Benedictine monks. A baby is sold to pirates, raised a servant, and lives a life of adventure, wooing princesses and fighting in tournaments. Forgot the best part. In the end, Garin learns he has royal blood, the son of a duke. He reigns as a king and dies a pious hermit. What's not to love? Benedictine should be dreaming of reconciliation with our Lord, not lusty adventures. What's the harm? I suppose you're right, it's better suited for knaves like me. It's not my place to reprimand anyone for reading stories, least of all you, Andreas. Still, we must be on guard. Fantasy leads to temptation. Temptation has led to the downfall of many men and women. Sometimes, yes. Books like this, all the same type of fantasy, isn't it? To die better than we are born. What's the problem with that? Why shouldn't a peasant dream of being a king? There's neither Jew nor Greek, neither slave nor free, neither male nor female, for you are all one in in Christ Jesus. We may be one in Christ, but we are not equal in this world. It isn't this world you should be concerned with, Andreas. But the book, Andreas, we must return it. Or would you like the abbot to receive a fourth letter? In truth, it's unlikely you'd be considered liable under Bavarian law. Oh, are you a legal scholar now as well as an artist? Yes, literally. I don't care. I'm not concerned about the legality of it, but the principle. The book, please. Alright, alright. Come on, Illuminata. There's only one book left, and you will be freed from bondage. A dark red cover, 8 inches high, 5 inches across, 2 inches thick. I remember that. I believe Brother Guy was reading it. Yeah, fuck it. What you got, Guy? The fuck did you borrow? No illustrations, lame. Now that I think about it, Guy has always been guarded about this book, like he was hiding it. Very good, please bring it here. What is this anyway? Ah, it's in French. Soul that God touched, empty of sin and the first state of grace. What is this? Oh shit. Pictures. Why are you asking so many questions? Just give it to me. Why won't you tell me what this book is? Because it is a dangerous book, Andreas Mailer. One the previous abbot tolerated in spite of tall order to destroy it. 3 French bishops condemned the book. All copies were to be burned. Its author shared the same fate. What? Why? I don't know, Andreas. It isn't my place to question the judgment of one bishop, much less 3. And before you ask, no, I haven't read it, but I know it contains a dialogue between love and reason. So the book is dangerous? When did the bishops condemn it? Floating? 200 years ago. What? Why? Why is it still here? Because Father Matthias loved books. All books. He didn't want to see it destroyed. Sounds reckless. He was right to do so. Books shouldn't be destroyed even if their content is in question. I can sympathize with him. I feel like second option will make her mad. And I've kind of been fumbling the dialogue choices with her anyways. Sympathize with them sounds reckless. Sounds reckless will probably make her happy, but I'm gonna say I can sympathize with them. That's fine, but Father Matthias is gone. It's not my place to question the former abbot's decision. When Father Gurno learned it was in our possession, he wanted it destroyed. Must the book be destroyed? No one even knows that it's here. Well, I refuse to give it to you if all you're going to do is destroy it. I don't want to make an enemy of Illuminata. Ask if it must be destroyed. I do. So do Mother Cecilia and Father Gurno. Well, I refuse it to give it to you. Fuck. Destroy it or don't. I kind of also hate Guy, so I wouldn't mind if he lost something he liked. So I'm kind of leaning toward burning it, but also it could have good lore implications later. Damn it. But fine, take it. Good. For the best, thank you. Not gonna refuse the book. Not even my place. Now then, Baron Vogel, quickly though. I need to finish up here soon. Said he buys books from the Abbey? What kinds? How long has he been visiting the Abbey? He seemed unusually friendly with me. I don't understand it, honestly. He mentioned finding a copy of Historia Tessier. Said it had some scandalous details in it. talk with my demons. I may only have time to answer one question, so I should choose carefully. I can only ask one. I feel like if I mention this, he's gonna be pissed. But she also knows a lot about books and the old bishop. That might be the correct choice. But he also did seem mad friendly out of nowhere with a commoner. I guess I'm not a commoner, I went to college, but I'm not a noble. This doesn't matter. This kind of matters, but fuck. Seemed unusually friendly. Maybe I should flip another coin. Alright. Heads, friendly. Tails, Historia. Fuck. I'm gonna flip. Tails. He also mentioned that Father Matthias had a copy he was looking for and was looking for another to verify its contents. You know anything about the book? I've heard of it, but I have never read it. I know little about its contents. The subject is broad, but I believe the book deals specifically with the Roman occupation of this land. How that could have upset Father Matthias so much? What do you know about the Romans in Tassing? I can't claim any deep insights into the former abbot's mind. I understand him to be a virtuous and charitable man, sometimes to a fault. It is not always best when an abbot considers himself a friend to his brothers instead of their shepherd. Do you prefer Father Gurno to Father Matthias? Did something in the book have led Father Matthias to a crisis of virtue? That might make her mad, but it could also improve our friendship. Nope, nothing. My vocation requires me to obey. My preferences are irrelevant, but every child would choose that their parents err toward love. To err toward love is to stumble at the feet of God. Well, I must be off to Mass. Thank you again for your help, Andreas. Wait, how will you get to the church if you can't enter the scriptorium? I thought this was the only door into the library. We are standing in the oldest part of the abbey, and like any old place, it has its share of secrets. Good day, Andreas. God be with you. Damn. They've got a secret tunnel. Now I gotta decide who I want to go to dinner with. Or not dinner, supper. That's the bill for Sext. Brothers will be sitting down for dinner soon. Yes, it is dinner. What happened to supper? Supper's later? Monastic hour corresponding to noon. One of the little hours of prayer followed by dinner. Should see if Otto is around and still wants to eat with me. I think he's working by the guest house below the abbey. Alright, we're finally through those gigantic walls of text. Gotta find the other walls. Friars. Wasn't this locked before? No, it wasn't. So I know the significance, right? Maybe I can check out the book now it was writing in? Maybe that's forbidden. It's not my book. No, I can check. What Prior Ferenc was doing with this book. From the Library of the University of Five Churches, the Hungarians call it X. Where Ferenc was from. Doctor of Theology Georg? John? Friend of his? Did Ferenc steal this? I'm gonna assume he stole it. Why are these red? What am I supposed to be searching for here? Oh. Text on astronomy. It looks like not familiar with it. Floppy bookhand. Couldn't have been produced by an abbey of note. Bastard script. Burgundian? Flemish? Not from here and not recently. It's definitely Ferenc's handwriting between the lines and in the margins. Is he notating the text for the university impex? Is he notating the text for his personal use? Is he notating the text for the benefit of future readers? In any case, it's a thorough commentary. What's this? It looks scribbled. I like Ferenc to be so sloppy. He didn't even blot the ink tray. Libra, Capricorn, Aries, all astrological symbols. What's written below? Maybe I should have learned Greek at some point. I can't make any sense of this. Wait, the Volvel I found also has Greek letters on it. They must be connected, but how? The outer ring of the Volvel is marked with alchemical symbols. This cipher has astrological symbols. Something I'm missing. Suppose I'll figure it out in due time. But I'll copy this down now to reference later. The mystery. I should just call him out for being a pagan right now. He's kind of an asshole. Find some way into the library. I'm sure there's a book I could use to figure this out. Sister Illuminata isn't there for most of the day. Perhaps I can find a way in after dark. If all else fails, perhaps I could ask Werner Stolz. He lives off the North Commons. I have a sense he doesn't like me much, but I'll find a way to get the information out of him. How do the nuns get out? There should only be one exit. If I have to mouse over this shit with my cursor to find the secret exit, I'm gonna be pissed. I don't want to use my mouse. I'm kind of chilling, just using my keyboard. For the animal pens. Yeah, so far I've been able to play this game one-handed. My microphone is kind of shitty, but also not that shitty. I think it's called like a Samson Meteor mic. It's tiny and portable, but the sound quality is pretty good. The only issue is that it kind of has really shitty shock absorption. And I do need to get a pop filter for it. Working well. That's good. I did have to fumble around with a lot of audio settings to get it to not pick up every little thing though. It's good that it's working fine now. God bless you. God bless you, Andreas. How are you feeling today, brother Adoc? A lot? Huh? Aw, Mill? Aw, Mill, that's easy. I am well. Well done, my son. It is early. I'll give you a harder one later. You have to swap out your motherboard for your settings. Getting the settings themselves. Yeah, I had to spend like an entire day just fumbling with the fucking, what are they called? Not condenser. With the filters, the compressor, expander, noise gate, the gain, all that shit. But I did find out using a plugin kind of cheats, makes your voice sound better no matter what. Eventually, but you also just need to have good mic placement as well. Use Marvel EQ too. Yeah. Audio is probably my least favorite thing about doing any of this shit. Especially since I don't like using the fucking monitor. I don't like hearing everything twice. I can't really tell if things are at a proper volume until after I watch the VOD. Volkbert, Voslav. thought this was where a dude reads to them. Why is nobody reading? Good day, Andreas. How's your morning going, brother guy? It's fine. More contracts for the abbot. Which would you rather be making, contracts or manuscripts? I honestly don't care, Andreas. As long as the abbot is impressed, he could have me write the first chapter of Genesis until Judgment Day. Does the abbot's opinion mean that much to you? The abbots and the priors both. You're lucky. When you're done with this, you're going home. I'm never going to see Burgundy again. I need to make the best of the next 40 years. And I'll leave you to it. Florian, Matthew. Who was I supposed to eat with? Forgot already. Wait. Wait. Which one was the... Here. There we go. What? Yeah. What else was I gonna say? I think I forgot everything I was about to say. Shit, these are my quests. Let's speak with Brother Matthew about early payment. No, I already did that. Am I back? What the hell just happened? I think my internet might have cut out. Maybe. Just a little bit. Let me see if I can see this shit on my phone. What is going on? I genuinely can't see the stream. Am I live or not? Game. Technical issues. Loading the chat. I can't see the stream. What? Fuck the phone. See if I can load it in my browser. Oh shit, I am. Damn, I'm back. I don't know what happened. My internet probably just went out for a quick sec. But I'm back. I don't think it was an internet thing. I think I got disconnected from Twitch for a little bit. But here's my setup. Just people. What was I supposed to eat with? Oh, it was Otto. Right? I was supposed to eat with Otto. Maybe. Yeah, I'm hoping Twitch just messed up, because I don't want to. I don't want that to be a reoccurring thing. But see if I can find this person I need to fucking eat with. Because I didn't even know I was supposed to eat someone at dinner. I was just at supper. Abby, nope. Has to be with some of the fucking peasants. None of these churchgoers want to eat with me. I have to go find someone else. Let's go. How do I get out of here? It's like a fucking maze. Alright. Don't I need to go into the shrine. Rabbit? Let's see, no new nuns are out. Probably just gonna say the same shit again. Anyone in here? Nope. Can't break in. Prioress. Still an asshole? Nope. Oh shit, I accidentally started the dialogue again, let me out. Oh, damn it. Where do I go? Yes, to the farmers? Let me down? There we go. Martine, you asshole. I was hoping to see you, Martine. I wanted to apologize for calling you an idiot. No chance. Thought we could talk, we never got the chance. Maybe I don't want to talk with you. Ever thought of that? What did I do to make you so upset? I'm only trying to be friendly, Martine. No. Just go away, I'm busy. What exactly are you doing? Would you like to join Otto, Andres, and me for dinner? Nah. Mind your own business. Fine, you're right, it doesn't concern me. Only curious and curiosity is a virtue. You're a scoundrel, always up to no good. I'm keeping my eye on you. Eat shit. I'm done talking. Fuck off, kid. Andres and Otto. Abbott's house. Or Abbott house. Oh, I can get up from there? That's cool. Otto, what's up? Good day, Master Mailer. Ah, Andreas. Good to see you. I trust you Clara gave you my message? I trust Clara gave you my message. Afternoon, Andres. Otto. Clara did give me your message. Sorry I missed you this morning. I was still asleep when you came by. The Abbot really lets you get away with anything, doesn't he? Leave him be, Otto. I'm hungry. Let's pray. Bless us, O Lord, and these, your gifts, we are about to receive from your bounty. Through Christ our Lord. Amen. Amen, amen. How did the morning treat you? Had a bad morning, barely got anything done, and my neck's aching anyway. Ask them about their day. Not too bad, thanks. Hurt my damned hand splitting timber to replace a bad beam in the Abbot's house. Select food item to eat. Sheep's milk cheese, rye bread, almonds. I think earlier I read that the rye bread was his favorite. Kinda wish I could put the cheese on the bread. You take food from the others? I don't think so. Nah, they got their fucking cinnamon rolls. I'm sitting here with bread and cheese. Let's eat the almonds. Not that bad of an injury. Just galls me that the abbot bleeds us dry and we're expected to do work here when it suits him. You take, it would have been funny, yeah. Cheese is kind of weird to eat on its own. I want to put it on the bread. I'll save the bread for last. Sheep's milk cheese, that's just feta. No, this is sheep's milk cheese. It's not all that bad. Did a lot of good work from the Abbey. Casting pilgrim's badges isn't really smithing, but I don't mind. Oh, that's what he does. It's nice and brined, it'd become feta. Yeah, from what I understand of cheese, the types are just the process. They're all the same thing in the end. Anyway, I saw you walking with that Baron, Rothvogel, in the meadow on your way up here. What's that all about? The only thing that's fucked up is American cheese. Even though I love that. Composition stuff, yeah. And mold. Cheese food slices. Bro, American cheese on a nice dollar store burger. Cheese food product. As far as I can tell, he's come to terrorize the people of Tassing and Curacao. I think he may be here to pressure Brother Piero to finish the manuscript he's working on. He's here to check on a commission. I understand he was friendly with Father Matthias. He's my dog, so I'm gonna talk him up. He was, though Father Matthias had some misgivings about the Baron. Kind of misgivings. That he fools around with young women. He's married, of course. Otto, that's only gossip. It isn't Christian to spread rumors like that. Not gossip that he beat up that farmer a few years back. Old Frannig, may he rest in peace. Frannig Kemper, the late husband of Ottilia. Cheese spread product. I need that for my bread. Pub cheese or cheese whiz? Cheese whiz, 100%. All that salt. Well, I wasn't there, so I don't know if he did that. Yes, it speaks poorly of his character. We had a long conversation on our way up here, but he didn't mention anything about that. Beat someone? That doesn't seem like the sort of thing he would do. What did you talk about then? I mean, no offense, but what does a nobleman have in common with an artist? He talked to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. Martin Luther, my time at university, a variety of other things. He's quite well educated. Could sense my inherent moral quality, Otto. Get to try the full goblin mode experience of doing the cheese whiz spray directly into the mouth. I think I did that when I was a kid. I still do that with fucking whipped cream. That's the good shit. When all the pumpkin pie is gone and you got nothing to use that on, that's when it hits. Then nobody cares. Talk to me about my work. He's fascinated by both art and books. I'm talking my dude up. I want to say he's well educated, or do I want to say he's cool with me? He's cool with me. Of course, that's what he's interested in when he's not at when he's at the Abbey. He's in tassing, he's chasing girls or harassing peasants. And because he's friendly with the abbot, no bad would ever come to him. It's galling. This bitterness and envy are not good for our Christian souls, Otto. Not envy, interest. No one should get away with what he does. What this Abbey does. No offense to you, Andreas. I don't have any problem with the books the Abbey makes. I mean, I never did learn to read. If people are paying the Abbey to make them, it doesn't bother me. No, I understand. I see why people resent the Abbot's rule. He's a harsh lord. I think you're being unfair. The Abbey does tassing a lot of good, more than you realize. Nah, I'm gonna be homies with Otto. Oh, Otto, did you see that the Bowers sheep escaped the grazing fields again? No, but I'm not surprised. Martin was supposed to fix that fence and he probably did a bad job at it. Yeah, Martin's a shithead. I hate that kid. Always in a foul mood and he could be the laziest soul in tassing. Can't even hold a hammer properly. Married and a father at such a young age and he barely lifts a finger for his wife or child. What? Martin's a father? What the fuck? I guess it is. We are in the olden times. Maybe his kid is Ursula, and that's why she's with us in that house. On top of that, he's a damn thief. And before you say it, Andres, that's more than just gossip. I mean, he's as young as he looks. That's actually unusual for the region. I don't know. Look at him, over by the guest house. He's probably figuring out what he can steal with the least amount of effort. I admit, he seems less than helpful when I saw him this morning. Just a boy, he still has time to change. Nah, fuck Martin. I doubt he'll ever amount to much of anything. Speaking of the Bauer sheep, their ewes are shorn and the woman will be spinning it soon, Otto. I got it, Andres. No need to tease. What God wants to happen will happen. Looks like a storm's coming. We should probably get back to it. Right. Catch up in a moment, Andres. Llama females are also called ewes. Oh, Andreas, say hello to Eva for me. Get the chance. Of course. Should return to work in the scriptorium until later. Few more pages. Afternoon work. Time to get back to work. Fuck. There was character profiles. Maybe it says Bro's age. Where are you, Martine? Son of Franz. And Cat Bauer, husband of Brigitte, father of Wolf. No, it wasn't Ursula. Known for his churlish youth and petty theft. Who's Brigitte? Who's Wolf? Guess I never met them. They wouldn't be in here. Let's see. Fuck. Right. Shift. Run. Fuck you, Martine. That's a horse. Thank you. What is this? Figures in the shrine to Saint Christopher are quite nice. Iris is beautiful. Till? Hello there, Master Mayor. Hello, Till. Have you ever seen a nicer view? Don't get sights like this in the cities, I expect. Can't say. That Nuremberg has many Romans ruins, no. do without the mud on my shoes, but the aqueduct does make a nice silhouette. Oh yes, the old Roman ruins. Tassing is full of them. What the marvels they are. I don't pay much mind to the writing on them, as I can't read Latin myself, but you might enjoy giving them a look. If you do, you have to tell me if they match the old legends I read about. I didn't know you could read. Only German, I'm afraid. I never had the skill to learn anything else. Still, Father Matthias was always kind enough to lend me a book every now and then. I think I read through half of the Abbey's library before Father Gurno became abbot. I think I read through half of the Abbey's What? Why'd he change this text? Father Gurno is an ass. I'm not surprised he won't let you borrow the Abbey's books. Oh no, it's not that you don't let me borrow books. It's just not that. What? Not any that he doesn't deem appropriate. He and Father Thomas are stricter than I'd like about the matter, but it can't be helped. I hate this font. I need to stop talking to this dude. Still, the accounts of the Romans in Tassing are my favorite. An old book talked about how the Roman knight Gaius Metellus defeated the Haiti, I think it was. Heavy snowfall had him caught in this very valley, barbarians on all sides. And Mars sent a wolf to the fight. Mars, the Roman god of war and agriculture. Mars represented civilization and peace through military might. Instead of killing the beast, Gaius followed it to a magical spring with the trees covered in all sorts of fruit. Mars provided the wolf and the spring, and Gaius Metellus founded Tassing after defeating the barbarians to honor Mars. Mars had something to do with agriculture, where all this came from. That's what the book said. They might be giving misinformation though. Good story, if nothing else. I'm surprised that Kiersau had any record of Tassing before St. Moritz arrived. Ancient state of Tassing, right? That he might have held the Holy Lance. And written in German at that. It might be all fable, but I enjoy the story all the same. Nice to feel you're connected to those who came before you, even if it's only by the land you live on. Wise words, I feel the same. Rather look forward to new opportunities, but I do see the value in looking back. Been good chatting with you, Master Mailer, but I'd better get back to work. You let me know if you find any particularly good books in that library, alright? I will. Until later, Till. Find to St. Moritz, the statue looks ancient. I guess we're gonna have to find Mars. Snowdrop's one of the only flowers that can bloom this early in spring and at this altitude. Particularly terrible books, that'd probably be amusing too. I'm sure the churches, I don't know. The churches probably wouldn't write terrible books. Ah, Columbine. Looks like it's coming in early. That or they burn them. Roman Ruins, Meadow. Menhart. There's too many fucking characters. I'm gonna have to end soon too. Right, pet the dog. Wheel, Greyhound, Dashhound, Bloodhound. Who knows? It's an old dog. Hasn't been destroyed by genetic engineering yet. Only slightly destroyed. It's still destroyed, but still. Not as bad as the new ones. I'm gonna go to the scriptorium We'll meet those characters next time. What the fuck? Come on. Why's all this shit gotta happen now? No new nuns. What's up, Carl? Oh, hello, Andreas. Hello, Carl. You seem busier than usual today. Behind in my work, I went up to the shrine of Saint Moritz this morning to pray for his aid. The candle I lit had all but burned away. I was there so long. I need to catch up. Imagine if it was like Skyrim and that you could put kettles on people's heads, reserve one just for Martin. Dean. Honestly, probably would have just installed the child killing mod. But then, I don't know. I would leave a child fatherless. Maybe I would just put a pot on his head. Your dedication to St. Moritz is impressive. Oh well, truth be told, I only started going to the shrine more often when Helena became pregnant. Her mother had trouble in childbirth, so I've been paying visits to Moritz Hand, Seisha's shrine, to pray for their aid. Hope that the saints hear your prayers. You would be better off preparing for the child than praying to the saints. You really think the saints will hear you? Damn. I'm not gonna humor him. Prepare for the child. Don't you know the miracles of Saint Moritz, Andreas? He once restored the hand of a monk who was accused of as a thief. He can do that, he can help Helena. Hope that the saints hear your prayers. Thank you, Andreas. So do I. Yeah, good luck with that, bro. Matthew? God bless you, Andreas. Hello, Brother Matthew. What are you doing out here? I thought you were aware that in addition to my role as Kirsu's sacrist, I tend to the shrine of St. Moritz. He is the patron of Tassing and Kirso both, so it is my duty to ensure his reliquary is well cared for. Of course, the pilgrims' donations must make up a large portion of the monastery's income. There are other drives beyond the love of money, Master Mailer. The sisters make badges in exchange for small donations to protect the pilgrims. You are familiar with the life of Saint Moritz, are you not? I've been so focused on my masterpiece, I never had a moment to learn about Saint Moritz. Afraid I don't make habit of learning about every saint I come across. Well, you ought to learn something about Tassing's patron saint while you're here. By all means. Saint Moritz is most widely known for his martyrdom at the hands of the Romans. He protected a town of Christians from slaughter, and in turn, he and his legion were decimated. You mean his legion? Wouldn't that mean he was a Roman soldier? Yes, he was a Roman citizen and led a legion made up entirely of Christians into Bavaria. Bavaria, powerful duchy in the southeastern Holy Roman Empire, is east of Swabia and north of Tyrol. Tassing and Kirso sit in the extreme south of the duchy, near the border with Tyrol. When he refused to kill the Christians, even though they were traitors to Rome, the emperor had his legion massacred. Most of the pilgrims who visit come knowing only this, if anything, about his life. However, Tassing venerates Saint Moritz because he was the one to convert the town and save it from destruction. Tassing was pagan? I had no idea the town was so old. Saint Moritz came here? Indeed. He and his legion were snowed into this pass, and the townsfolk refused to aid them. The daughter of the town's leader, Seisha, was moved in spirit and snuck from the town to convert. She led Moritz to a spring, and soon as she was baptized, the snow melted, revealing all manner of fruits. Moritz and his legion were saved by these miraculous gifts. The town was converted, The rebels fled into the mountains. What happened to Seisha? So how did Marit's hand end up in Tassing? All sounds a bit far-fetched. What happened? She too was martyred for her faith by the rebels inhabiting the town. Now her shrine protects Tassing from harm. What an astounding story. Thank you for the history lesson, Brother Matthew. You are welcome, Master Mailer. God bless you. Until later, brother. So much. Let me back into this fucking... Let me back to my masterpiece. Good day, Andreas. God give you health. I remember, through the cemetery, to the Old Bailey, the scriptorium. Alright, after this whole section of text, then I'm calling it. Brother Adok, this work, I don't know where to start. Inconsistent spacing, rough strokes. You're working like you want to see this place closed. Brother Prior, I am working to the best of my abilities. I dispute your criticism. I may not be fast, but I still have my talent. Praise be to God. And Brother Guy, why are you still on this page? What's wrong with you? Normally you're so reliable. Many apologies, Brother Prior. I will work harder. Hero, I can't believe this. Baron Rothvogel has come to check on his progress, and this is all you have? You should have finished this months ago. Is your mind so corrupted by age that you didn't notice the seasons have changed? Well, you're not the one who will have to answer for it, so why should you care? Typical. Excuse me, Prior Ferenc, but I believe your point is made. God, shut up, Ferenc. Stop taking out your frustrations on an old man. You impudent knave, how dare you speak to me like that? I am the master of the scriptorium. It is my place to run the scriptorium as I see fit. I agree, Brother Prior. Brother Piero's work is unacceptably slow. Or insufferable, Brother Guy. Oh God, give me the patience to endure this. Please, everyone, this is my work, and I accept responsibility for it. Prior Ferenc is right. See, gonna reveal his true colors now. Is he a bro or is he an asshole? Prior Ferenc, is this mine? It must be, yes. It is, my lord. I can No, I don't want excuses. I've come all this way and I have to be honest. I expected more. It's nowhere near finished. And the style is... well, it's very old-fashioned. But I made my desires clear. I feel like my generosity towards Kirsel was being taken advantage of. Am I the fool in this sad story? No, of course, my lord. Oh, of course not, my lord. Never. We can fix this, of course. We only want to accommodate you. Andreas, good to see you again. How should I respond? How should I respond to this? The abbot already seems annoyed. Just nod, don't irritate the abbot. Simply addressing him as my lord would be appropriate. Greet him with his Christian name. You are brothers and comrades in art. Hell yeah. True, all men are equal in Christ, are we not? Good to see you, Lorenz. My lord, if you please. Father Gernot, why not have Andreas complete the rest of the illustrations? He's clearly capable. Well, my lord, why not have Brother Guy complete it with speed as your... Oh no, I'm not talking about the script, that's fine, but the art, the illustrations. I want Andreas to do the others. Of course, I mean, if Andreas is alright with it. If it takes the pressure off Brother Piero, I'd be delighted to complete the work. Oh, well, Abbott, I'm trying to finish my masterpiece at the moment. Take the stress off, Piero. There we have it. Hope this all allays your concerns, my lord. Excellent. By the way, Father Abbot, am I still welcome at your table for supper? Gonna take off for the night? Have a good one. You too, this is about to be over anyways. Naturally, my lord. Wonderful. I'd like Andreas to join us. What? Fuck the truckers. Well, that would be quite unusual. Unusual or not, I doubt that my good friend, the Prince Bishop, would deny additional guests at his table. What do you think? I understand, yes. You're right, of course. Andreas may join us for supper. Have a good one, Beeswax. Look forward to it. You had this planned. You must have put your hook in the Baron this morning when you ambushed him in town. Are you mad at me? I'm trying to help. Beyond ridiculous. Go to hell, Frank. Brother Prior, Andreas is not to blame for any of this. I am. Yes, you are. And you've embarrassed me, the abbot, and the abbey. Prior Frank is right, of course. No wonder we don't get more commissions. Guy, can you stop flattering the prior for 1 minute? If anyone is the embarrassment here, it's you, Frank. Brothers, you please, Sister Zena, the Dana, and I would prefer it if you could keep the noise down. Sounds like Samson slaying the Philistines in here. Of course. Get back to work, everyone. Well, that was not wonderful. There's nothing to be done about it now. Finish my work here and wash up in the laboratorium for supper at the abbot's table. Fuck. I didn't miss any important dialogue. That was the autosave. And with that, go to the end screen. I lost all my chat. Why did I lose all my chat? I'll figure that out later. But yeah, thanks Sarah and Tira and Beeswax for pulling up. The game was pretty good. I'll probably play more of this tomorrow. Probably. A lot of reading. And my vocal reps in, but until next time, team. Peace.